My name is Jason.
My name is Julian.
And
we are doing filmographies. She's on 24 too.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. You love that.
I'm Jules.
And I'm Jason.
And
we doing filmographies. On the 15th day of... Is it? No. Where are we? 18? 17?
That was 17. This is 18.
Oh, I gotta get out the fucking calendar. God, he's gotta do work. Stupid. On the 18th day of Pittsmas, my true love gave to me a movie that's always disappointing. True Romance, written by Tarantino and directed by Tony Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some facts and figures.
$13 million estimated budget.
Hell yeah.
Worldwide gross, $13 million.
Yep.
This movie is it's like The Godfather. There's at least 300 different trivia entries on IMDb.
Why?
I'm going through it. I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad. Oh, 50 more. Okay, I'm going through that. Oh, 50 more.
Why?
See all. Brr, I don't know. It's like everybody thinks they know something. Some of it's interesting. Some of it's just more minutia or rehashed variants of bullshit. I will say, though, that when Gary Oldman met Tony Scott, he had confessed that he had not yet read the script.
Yeah.
Scott told him, "You're playing a white guy who thinks he's black, and you're a killer pimp." And Oldman laughed and said, "I'll do it."
Fuck yeah.
In a 2011 interview with the American Film Institute, Gary Oldman was asked to name his favorite role. He chose two: Lee Harvey Oswald in JFK and Drexel Spivey in True Romance.
It's a real good role, man. He's really good in this.
He wanted to do a movie examining Drexel and who this character was. He based Drexel on an actor named Willie Oneblood, with whom he appeared in Leon, the Professional.
Okay. He's so good in this. It is not a one-note like copy or a caricature of a guy.
Yeah, in the wrong hands, you end up with a Malibu's Most Wanted.
Hey, yo, fool. We about to have some hardcore drama go down right about now.
Right. This could be wildly embarrassing.
Yeah.
And inappropriate.
Right, because he says he has Indian blood in him.
This motherfucker is bout it, and is awesome.
But he's doing almost like a Creole accent.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's all very enjoyable.
It's amazing.
For the brief moment that he's in this film. It's...
you thought it was White Boy Day?
It ain't White Boy Day, is it? Oh, man, it ain't White Boy Day.
See, now, if you'd have sat down, had some of this motherfucking Chinese food, I'd have been like, who the fuck is this guy? But I know who you are. Because you didn't do that. Brad Pitt improvised most of his lines for this movie.
Great.
Tarantino said that was one of the least written characters he had ever done. And Brad Pitt basically just filled in the blanks.
You condescend me, man. I'll fucking kill you, man.
He was wearing a hat at one point. Mm-hmm. He found that on the beach and just was like, I'll do this. And they're like, all right.
I fucking love Floyd. Floyd's so good.
Well, Floyd is basically the embodiment of every shitty roommate Tarantino ever had. On the first day of shooting, it became clear that Christian Slater and Tony Scott had different ideas of who Clarence was supposed to be.
Really?
What that is I don't know. But Scott gave Slater a copy of Taxi Driver. Apparently, he had never seen it, and told him, this is your homework.
All the animals come out at night.
I don't really get Travis Bickle.
I mean, I guess I can kind of see how they're angling for that.
Clarence just feels like Tarantino.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the weakest part of this is when the Tarantino stuff seeps through. Mm-hmm. When it's not the refined, cool Tarantino you get later, it's more dorky, early script Tarantino.
Well, and for me, it feels like out of his directorial hands, his material just doesn't work.
Like, it almost does.
It almost more so here than Natural Born Killers.
Oh, really? I was wondering if this is... I thought Natural Born Killers had to be better than this.
Quentin Tarantino worked for a small exploitation studio called Cinetel Films. They were basically hired him to do dialogue touch-ups, but by and large, he was basically rewriting scripts wholesale. And that's where he met Tony Scott. And they hit it off, and he let Scott read his script for Reservoir Dogs. And Scott was like, yeah, I want to do this immediately.
And he's like, no, that one's for me.
Yeah, I'm going to direct that one. Here's a huge script for True Romance and Natural Born Killers.
Two separate scripts or one mixed together?
One mixed together, but it was eventually 2 scripts. The screenplay for this was originally 500 pages because it was written by him and Roger Avery, Tarantino and Roger Avery, called The Open Road. Drew Barrymore was the first choice for the role of Alabama Whitman, apparently.
I wonder how that would have been.
Hard to say. Tony Scott also considered and rejected Bridget Fonda, Diane Lane, Kira Sedgwick, and Julia Roberts.
God, I really would have liked to see Bridget Fonda in this.
Mm-hmm. Kira Sedgwick would be interesting. Probably not great. Julia Roberts would have sank this. Coming hot off of Everybody Loves Trouble.
I love trouble.
That too. Tom Sizemore was originally cast as Virgil, the James Gandolfini character, but he then eventually assumed the role of Cody Nicholson, and Sizemore recommended Gandolfini. Originally, Blue Lou was meant to be in this film. Robert De Niro was in the running to play the character. And it just wasn't working, and they cut all the dialogue.
Yeah, you don't need them.
And I think they then repurposed it, some of that, for Pulp Fiction, and then they cut it out of there too. Quentin Tarantino was paid $10,000 for the script, and he bought the Chevy Chevere, I think is what it is, the red car that John Travolta drives in Pulp Fiction. Tarantino said he never visited the set during filming.
I mean, I would think as Tarantino, a movie geek, he would enjoy going to the set, but as a writer, I think it would probably be a horrible place to go visit.
Absolutely. And he even said, originally Christian Slater's character was to die. Tony Scott said, well, I'll film your way and my way, and then he ended up using his way where they live because it has a fairy tale element, because he really liked the characters, and Tarantino said, yeah, that's probably the better call. You better call Saul on that one. Jack Black is in a deleted scene. He is a theater usher.
At the Kung Fu viewings? Okay.
That's cut. They said, we don't want this asshole in here. Saul Rubinek, Lee Donowich, his character, was based on Joel Silver. Tony Scott and Silver worked together on The Last Boy Scout.
Look like nobody gets the money. That's one of those new plastic keys.
Get the goddamn key!
The kind that shred.
And hated each other. And both hated Bruce Willis. Silver has gone on record as calling the making of Last Boy Scout to be one of the 3 worst experiences of my life. When Scott told Rubinek that he really nailed that Joel Silver vibe, Saul said, I don't even know who that is. The movie came out, and Tony Scott said Joel Silver didn't talk to him for quite some time.
Does Saul Rubinek have a half-paralyzed mouth?
It feels like it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's like a Sly Stallone sort of a thing.
Chimes.
Paralysis.
I was thinking, as the movie was starting, I was like, I think I'm actually officially on board with not really liking Saul Rubinek. He just keeps popping up in things I'm watching. He's great in this.
Quentin Tarantino wrote the roles of Clarence Worley and Alabama Whitman with Robert Carradine and Joan Cusack in mind. So take from that what you will. Robert Carradine, the nerd.
Here, I'm gonna read you something real fast before you told me to do the synopses. In the Brandon Lee subreddit, I said, Kung Fu the movie is wildly stupid, and it's insane that Brandon Lee is in it playing Carradine's secret son, considering he kind of took the show from Bruce Lee, what with all of his martial arts experience being a dancer, and not even a tiny bit Asian. To which somebody responded 4 months later, I watched David Carradine in the 70s Kung Fu. This man was taught the martial arts by top people, and he was not faking. Also, there has never been any proof of this vicious lie that Carradine took the show from Lee. You live in a fairy tale of lies. Look up the facts and know them before spreading insulting bullshit. You are an idiot, and this is how lies are spread. I just wanted you to know that.
That's fantastic. Maybe that's David Carradine from the grave.
Oh,
from
shit.
beyond.
They got Reddit out there?
They do.
True romance. Clarence Worley, Christian Slater, is a mild-mannered comic book store clerk and film buff. For his birthday, his boss, Lance, hires a call girl, Alabama Whitman, Patricia Arquette, to pretend to chance meet Clarence to show him a good time. The problem is, Bama falls for Clarence and they get married. The problem is, Bama's pimp, Drexel Spivey, Gary Oldman, tries to kill Clarence when he shows up to claim ownership over Bama. The problem is, the suitcase Clarence takes that he thinks is full of Bama's belongings is actually full of a lot of cocaine. So now Clarence, Bama, and Clarence's friend, Dick Ritchie, Michael Rappaport, try to unload the coke in Hollywood to famed producer Lee Donowitz, Saul Rubinek, with the help of Dick's friend, Elliot Blitzer. Is that really his last name? Bronson Pinchot. Will Bama and Clarence finally get their happy ending? Is love enough? Someone to argue, only if it's true romance.
Yeah. Bronson Pinchot ad-libbed the scene where he got pulled over, and then they all ad-libbed the interrogation scene.
I thought you were going to tell me ad-libbed. I just wish somebody would come and take me away from here.
He may have. That was a really good line.
I like that whole thing.
But yeah, this movie's stacked. Now, Val Kilmer plays the mentor. Originally, they did quite a bit of makeup on him, but then they're like, we don't know if we're actually going to get Elvis's likeness cleared.
And they obviously don't, considering he's the mentor, right?
No, so they call him the mentor. They never show his face. He doesn't really have he has a slight Elvis drawl, but I guess years later, Tarantino sat next to Priscilla while watching it, and he thinks she liked it.
I like the Elvis angle. I wish he stayed in the mirror. I didn't like it when they would show him like walking behind Clarence.
Well, and he only pops up twice.
Yeah.
And I feel like they should have led with that to establish it. Because when it happens, you're just like, is this the first time? Has this been ongoing?
I think it's his whole life.
It seems like it.
But that's not whimsical, right? It's mental illness.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a tumor pushing on his brain.
I'm detached from reality and I need to cleanse the filth from this city.
Mm-hmm. And the king of rock and roll is just telling me how great I am all the time.
Yep. I always lucky, Clarence. Always have, always will.
You're the chosen one.
Yeah.
You're going to fight Smith.
Kill them all.
Yeah. And so it starts off and Christian Slater's in a diner and he's trying to bang on Darla.
Well, you get that cute voiceover by Patricia Arquette. And they're playing that song that they play too much in the movie.
Oh, God, that song. Thank you for reminding me. It's a Philip Glass song.
I love it.
It's called You're So Cool.
That's great. I assumed it existed before this, but obviously it didn't.
It feels like they go, hey, Philip, we got this film. Whatever's in my garbage can, take it.
Really? You don't like it at all?
No, it's not good.
I think it's good for the opening and the ending. I hate it when it pops up the other 3 or 4 times throughout the movie.
Well, at the ending, they credit it as a different title.
Okay.
In the subtitles. So it must be some sort of a refrain, but it's called whatever they say at the end. I don't know, man. They do overplay the fuck out of it. It's the only song in the movie, really.
At like weird times where it's like, hey, this is a really heavy dialogue scene. Just keep playing that song for 2 minutes while people talk.
Well, so when they were doing the Brad Pitt scene and he's telling the gangsters where to find them, originally they just put a placeholder Soundgarden song in there and it tested really well. So they basically blew most of the music budget getting the rights to that song.
And this is well before Black Hole Sun. So
yeah, it wasn't even Black Hole Sun.
Soundgarden was still, they were like pretty popular before this?
I think they were hit on the underground scene. How they made their way to this, I don't know. But
for the grungers? Is
so
it grung? Is that the fad?
Grunging.
Oh.
Which I guess explains why they use this one musical motif. It's not even a song. It's like the idea.
I love it.
Over and over and over and over and over and over.
Way too much.
It's like a merengue.
That's not what it sounds like.
You're so cool, dookie doo. You know, it's just whatever, man. But so he's trying to get Darla to go to a triple feature with Sonny Chiba.
You want to take me to a kung fu movie?
3 kung fu movies.
And she goes, "No, I don't want to do that at all.
Sorry, I'm just a busted asshole whore.
I'm a whore. I mean, you pay me, you slay me, and bye, you know." And so
I don't want to hang out with you, even though you're like handsome with dumb hair.
So he goes to the theater, and all of a sudden, Alabama comes just rip roaring in, and she goes to the aisle behind him, and she spills all of her popcorn on him. Comes over the chairs and, "Oh, tell me what's happening," and starts cleaning the popcorn off of his crotch.
Fucking what a dream scenario for a movie geek. Oh, pretty lady, you want me
You're a sexy blonde, and I'm a weirdo.
You want me to explain to you what's happening in the movie? Oh my god, I'd love nothing more.
Yeah, you brought popcorn and spilled it on me. Oh my god. So afterwards, he goes, "Well, you want to go get a slice of pie?"
She says that.
Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, I do want to do that pie." And she goes, "No, rhubarb." He goes, "Oh, yeah, all right." So they go get their pie, and they're having their coffee. They go back to his apartment, and they have sexual intercourse.
Yes.
And then she goes out on the billboard scaffolding that's outside of his window, and she's bundled to high heaven in blankets.
It's cold. They're in fucking Detroit.
In the winter. And he comes out like, "Why are you crying, girl? What the hell?" And she goes, I'm a call girl, and you're the manager." He showed her the comic book store. "The manager of your comic book store, he paid me to find you to have sex with you."
It's Lance, Eric Stoltz's character from Pulp Fiction.
I thought it was Lance Erickson.
No, I think Lance is
Henriksen.
Well, Lance is one of his friends, I think, from the video store he worked at. So he uses his name as a character in movies.
Real hack.
I wonder if Lance is the friend of theirs that killed himself. I listened to that podcast, Video Archives, and they go a little more in depth into their old video store days. And one of their friends who they just loved, who was just a dork like them, killed themselves.
Oh, jeez. So she comes clean, and she goes, "'Cause I love you," I think.
She go that hard already?
She does.
But I think I love you.
And he goes, "Well, shit. I think I love you."
You know, I don't care, because either way, this is the best night I ever had in my life.
I've only been a call girl for 4 days.
I'm not a whore.
I am clean down there.
Mm-hmm.
And back there. And so they go to City Hall and get married.
Yep.
Immediately, and they're kissing, and he goes, they're at his apartment eating burgers or whatever, and she goes, "Oh yeah, Drexel's my pimp."
What the fuck's a Drexel?
Yeah, and he goes, "I'm gonna go over there."
Now, until this point,
Because he hits her.
Been a really good meet cute. He seems like a really good dude, actually.
Yeah.
This seems like a wonderful recipe for success in the future.
Mm-hmm. He just needs to get off that 8 Mile.
But he's out of his fucking mind.
Yes.
He's a crazy person.
He's seeing Elvis.
I don't know that they really drive this home enough in this movie that he's an unhinged lunatic.
Yeah. He sees Elvis. He has a gun, and he's pissed at Drexel.
He doesn't need to do shit with Drexel. They can just move on with their lives.
Yeah.
But
Because he goes, I'm going to go get your stuff. And I'm thinking, what stuff? What did she divulge that she left her record player or something over
she
there?
doesn't give a fuck. She just wants to move on with
Yeah, she goes, "Don't worry about that shit."
She's been a call girl for 4 days. What is over there?
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. And he goes, "No, I'm going to go see Drexel and we're going to settle this." And she goes, "What?"
Just get the fuck out of Detroit.
So he goes over there, and Drexel's boy lets him in. And Drexel,
I like that guy. He's very charming when he opens that door. And he's like, "What?"
Hey, you Drexel? No, man, I'm Marty.
Okay, come on in, I guess. And
Darla's the one person you're like, there's a special cameo.
mm-hmm.
Okay, because Victor Argo's in here too.
He is.
I like Victor Argo quite a bit. He doesn't have a lot going on in here.
But him and Kevin Corrigan share a scene together.
Did you go apeshit when you saw Corrigan?
I
just
did.
Inside a little bit?
I did.
It's weird how much we like Kevin Corrigan.
Yeah. It's weird his role in here because it seems like they're deferential to him as well. He's just like, "Yeah, go get a mad dog," and he's just fucking
It's
hot
like
dogging
the
around.
young guy that's just ready to kill people and is good at it, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I think his name is Calvin, but they call him Victor Argo. Just ad-libs Mad Dog because he reminded him of some Irish hitman or something. Earlier, Drexel kills Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah, that's not Tintin, right?
for cocaine. No, it's not.
Okay, I forgot to look this up. Because
Well-
I couldn't picture Tintin in my head.
I don't think so.
I'll look it up right now while you're
I
explaining.
don't think so.
That's a good... So Drexel, he's selling that cocaine to them, but then just takes their money, or they have the cocaine?
I think they're
and
selling the cocaine to him
And he robs them?
and kills them. Yeah. No, it can't be.
But the cocaine belongs
because
to
it
the
comes
mob?
to Velvet Blue Boy or whatever. They must be double-crossing him on the sale of the drugs and taking Samuel L. Jackson's money. Now, when Quentin Tarantino, he's incredibly proud of the Sicilian scene that's coming up later. And that's one of those moments where it feels problematic.
Oh, yeah?
Now, you know, he's always had a history with the N-word. And I find in a movie like Jackie Brown...
It is Tintin.
Is it? Okay, yeah. When you have two characters talking to each other, like Samuel L. Jackson's character and Pam Grier, I can see the word being used.
Yeah.
When you're talking about slavery, I can see the word being used, but Jimmy and his dead N-word storage sign...
Cause storing dead ain't my fucking business.
feels a little out of place. This scene feels... I know what he's doing, but it's not...
It's venomous as hell.
And it feels like he has such a familiarity and comfortability with it that Dennis Hopper is a bad seed as well, just as much as he's using this term.
Can I tell you that I used to think this whole sequence was awesome?
I mean, Tarantino loves it.
I thought it was real cool, man.
Now, originally, Tarantino apparently witnessed this conversation.
Oh, really?
And
with who? He's a nerd.
A black guy who was telling it to him.
In the video store?
Maybe.
Ah!
And Samuel L. Jackson's character is loosely based on that guy.
Okay.
Even though he's not really in it.
In this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mo something or whatever. So yeah,
I ate the pussy, I ate the butt, I ate the whole thing.
because Drexel's boy is like, no, the other guy, he's like, man, I don't talk about that shit. Even if I did eat pussy, I wouldn't admit to it. And they're like, you are a fucking idiot, and they kill him. And so now Drexel's eating his Chinese food, and he keeps flashing the light to intimidate.
Why are we
Christian
not
Slater.
talking about the Sicilian thing anymore?
That doesn't come up till later.
Okay, well, but you brought it up.
I did just because I wanted to mention something about the N-word.
I was really worried that, like,
Because Drexel says it.
I didn't want a kid to come down while I was watching this because they have not discovered the N-word or the other F-word.
Yeah.
We're with Drexel swinging that light.
Yeah, hey man, I saw you come in and I knew you weren't a tough guy, bitch.
What?
I got titties on the TV. You ain't even talk about them titties.
What the fuck are you? That is not okay. Stop. That's
Whatever,
not Drexel.
dude.
It's terrible.
You can't do it.
I can't, but I wouldn't have tried. Like, what is that?
That's me trying to do it. Somebody's gotta.
I'm sorry. For some reason, it offended me. Apparently, I have such
This
high
fucking
respect.
guy comes in here talking all this.
No, stop it.
This bumbleclot son of a bitch.
You're gonna get a lot of really angry Jamaicans now for saying that word.
So
Marty.
jumps on him because Christian Slater goes,
I'm not eating because I'm not hungry. I'm not sitting because I'm not staying. I ain't looking at the movie because I already seen it 7 years ago. It's the Mac. Max Julian, Carol Speed, and Richard Pryor. I ain't scared of you. I just don't like you.
So they start rumbling, and Drexel's pretty much wailing on Christian Slater. And eventually he pulls out his ID. This white boy over here gonna visit your apartment.
That's better.
Gonna do things. I bet Aunt Bama over there.
Nope. I'll bet Alabama's in there right now. I can't do it either.
Go on over to your house. I bet Alabama's over there. And he pulls out his gun. And he shoots Drexel and shoots Ron.
Ron?
Marty.
And kills both of them. And then he goes to the women who are frightened. Put that Bama shit in the bag. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And they go, here's a suitcase, mister. And he runs away and he gets home. He's busted up, but he's got burgers. And he's got the best burger he can eat.
Yeah, because he just murdered people. That food really
And he's
hits
got
different.
a hard on.
I guess he did almost die, and then he won.
Mm-hmm.
But
Red Robin.
left that goddamn ID there.
We've come to find out.
Yeah.
Now, Bama opens up the suitcase and she goes, now, these are not my belongings.
These ain't my dildos.
This is uncut china. This is glass. This is yayo.
Glass is not the same
I
as
know.
cocaine.
Neither is uncut china.
Yeah,
And so,
that's heroin.
yeah, Christian Slater goes, well, hot dog. I'm a broken arrow tonight. And
I think I feel some hard rain coming.
he starts putting the heat on her.
Oh, this is when he starts yelling in her
Damn
face,
it, Bama!
right? I don't. This is when
He goes from 0 to a dick hole in 5 milliseconds.
I said, do you fucking love him? Huh?
I think what you did
What?
I think what you did
What?
was so romantic.
I hate this because I was all about him, and then like the Drexel thing is a problem because you didn't need to do that, right?
Drexel didn't even give a fuck.
And now he's getting up in Bama's face and being real mean to her. But then the worst part,
She rewards him.
I love this. I like it when you're abusive.
No, baby, I love that you killed Drexel's mulaka ass.
I'm so horny that you're a murderer now and you're mean to me.
Yeah, you killed Drexel. You're all beaten up, brought burgers, and you're going to slap me around. I love it.
Yeah.
Home sweet home. They go to see his dad. They call Dickie, and they're like, hey, Dickie, we're coming out there.
He's on the toilet, right?
He is. And Christian Slater starts having sex with Bama in the phone booth.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, read the letter I sent. Hey, Brad Pitt, we get a letter? No, man, what? No, what?
Do we got a mailbox?
You use all the toilet paper. Oh, yeah, no, man. What?
Use my hat.
And so now Christian Slater goes to see his pappy, who is played by Dennis Hopper, who was mentioned in another Brad Pitt film.
Oh, yeah. What is that? Is it I didn't get to meet it's in The Favor.
Yep.
I didn't get to meet Dennis Hopper.
I didn't see Dennis Hopper.
Oh, yeah, Bill Pullman disappointed.
And he's a security guard with a dog.
I love Dennis Hopper in this. He's a retired cop.
He is a retired cop, yes.
I like him. I like him a lot in here.
Christian Slater sends Bama
Mainly because of his amazing speech about the Sicilians.
Yeah, he goes, hey, Bama, go get us some food and beer. My dad's a recovering alkie, but...
I'm just going to keep offering him beer. You could drink beer, though, right?
Beer, you can drink beer, can't you?
I can, but I don't.
So Bama comes back with beer but no food because it's 9 a.m. And he tells his pop, he goes, look, man, I need you to use your police connects to see through the grapevine if I'm wanted for murder. And he goes, oh, no, man. Drexel was a scum sucker.
So the cops, they don't think they're not after us?
Nah, till they hear something better, they'll just assume Drexel had a falling out with Blue Lou.
He doesn't say, what the fuck's a Drexel?
He does say that. Slow down, son. I haven't seen you in 3 years, and you're ping-ponging all over this place.
When do we get to go to Detroit? Do you still want to go to Detroit?
I do.
I do, too.
Yeah, man.
Hey, if you guys want to donate... I'm just kidding.
We'll go see Kid Rock.
We're going to find Eric Draven.
Yeah.
We're going to find Alabama.
Yep.
Meet Blue Lou.
And we're going to dig up Henry Ford's corpse.
See how he feels about Sicilians. And if he knows about the Moors
I'm sure he
situation.
does not like either of those. So, Dennis Hopper's like, all right, look, thanks for stopping by. You kids, good luck going to Hollywood. And Christian Slater goes, here's the address at which we will be staying. And Dennis Hopper puts it on his refrigerator. Now, he leaves and comes back and gets punched in the face.
There's a dog outside of his trailer.
Yeah, chasing his
lures
dog runs
his
after
dog
him.
away.
Yep. Smart move.
Do you think they planned that out? I mean,
4D
it seems
chess.
like they must have. But...
Sicilian style.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it seems odd that there would be 2 Rottweilers and one of them's just a wild dog.
Wild route.
But maybe it's just a coinky dink. And it's Christopher Walken. It's that one guy, and it's that other guy, and James Gandolfini.
God damn it, I knew their names. It's Victor Argo, James Gandolfini, and it's that
guy.
I saw his name, and
Is
I
he
was like,
the-
oh, yeah, that's
is
that
he
guy's
the-
name. But he speaks Italian in this movie.
He does.
So he doesn't speak English.
And so Christopher Walken's like, look, Dennis Hopper, just, literally tell me what I need to know. Otherwise, I'm going to jam on you.
Clarence and that bitch-hole girlfriend of his brought this all on themselves. I implore you not to go down that road with them.
He's going to kill you no matter what, though.
Punches him in the nose.
And smarts, doesn't it? You're slammed in the nose. Fucks you all up.
That's just a sample of what I'm going to do to you.
I was hoping you'd start doing the voice.
And it won't get any better. And I can tell when a man's lying and you're lying. And he goes, all right, tell you what, give me one of them Chesterfields.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been a red apple, but it wasn't. And he starts smoking on it. And he goes, let me tell you, I'm a history guy.
I read a lot.
A lot. And Sicilians are beeps.
Did you know that Sicilians were...
Blonde hair and blue eyes became black hair and dark skin. It's absolutely amazing to me to think that to this day, hundreds of years later, that Sicilians still carry that gene.
They fucked your mom, they fucked your grandma, they fucked everyone. They pumped all their bellies full of Morse.
And you have N-word blood up the wazoo.
And you know that's the last thing the Italians want to hear.
And I'm going to say the N-word approximately 30 times.
It's so hateful.
It is.
I really like what he's doing.
Yes.
I like that he's saying fuck you to him so hard and making him so angry so that he kills him. But the constant N-word use also reveals what a hateful thing it is to say that, yes, black people had sex with your people. I will murder everyone for even mentioning that. I hate them so much.
Yes.
It's crazy that is like the angle.
But I do like then that he ultimately wraps it up by saying, now, you tell me, am I lying? Because it puts Christopher Walken in a position where if he is able to discern when a person is or isn't lying and can discern that he's not lying, admitting that will be accepting this affront to his, genealogical hierarchy. And so Christopher Walken, he goes, you cantaloupe. He goes, you eggplant.
He's laughing so hard, you're like, oh man, he's gonna kill him.
Oh yeah, he's having a real good time. And he shoots him in the brain, and he goes, I haven't killed a man since 1985.
I wish he'd shot him sooner. It's a lot of fake laughing for a while.
I wish he would have been like, I see what you're doing, It's not gonna work. Get my piranha, and he does that whole routine.
What are you talking about? What's the problem?
And so he's dead now. And they go, well, we got to find our cocaine. Hey, boss, here's a address on the refrigerator here.
Boss, you're going to be real happy.
I'm very happy.
Who the fuck's a Dick Ritchie? Michael Rappaport?
And he's not good at acting.
Who?
Michael Rappaport.
As
Dick Ritchie.
I'm driving. Where the fuck did he come from?
I don't know. He just appeared like magic.
Well, don't just sit there. Shoot him. Get him.
I love Rappaport.
Yeah.
And I think he's so good in this. And I think it's so weird that, like, Rappaport hits so hard, so young. He's good, but he's, like, goofy looking and kind of, like, usually his personas are kind of dummies. I love Rappaport. He's fucking amazing.
Giving me John Turturro in Spike Lee movie vibes. Goofy, right? He does things with his body. He does this a lot.
Yeah.
And he's very cartoonish and boyish, but good Lord, when he almost reveals his true feelings towards Clarence before they go into the deal at the end.
What is that? What do you mean?
He says something like, hey, Clarence, never mind, man. Because he,
I vaguely remember this, but I feel like it was obvious what he meant. I think
it was, yes.
Did he not want to be involved in this? I think he was going to move on because he got the part. He didn't want to.
Yes, he did do he just got the part, and I think he was going to back out. But
he wants to be there for his friend.
He does.
When they have the phone call, it is hilarious how well it's shown that they are best friends. He is not in the same city as him. He moved away long ago. They mentioned that he's his best friend. It is so obvious.
Hello? Hello, baby. Clarence? You got it. Yeah, Clarence, it's great to hear from you, man. What's going on?
Now, it's that frantic music that's also playing while they're talking, but
yeah,
I really like What Good Friends They Are. Christian Slater is really good in this.
He is.
This is maybe the first time I've seen him be a good actor, because I recently saw him in that Dr. Death series, and I was like, man, fucking Alec Baldwin's mopping the floor with him. Like, he's fine. He is great in this.
His scene with Sal Rubinek, they're both just firing on all cylinders.
I feel like he never is flat in this movie.
No.
I never see his eyes go flat. He never seems wooden.
Yeah.
He never seems like he's just reading a script. He's embodying this guy, and he's doing it really well.
He's carrying this movie just, on like pure charm.
It's no longer like pretty guy, nice hair. Nicholson knockoff.
What he's doing in here, I feel like an element of that was missing from Cuffs.
I really wish this movie had done better, even though it doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. They get to Hollywood, and they show Dick the Coke.
Yeah.
And they're like, we need you to help us move this. And he goes,
listen, Clarence, I'm not Joe Cocaine, okay? Now, if you want me to help you sell a little bit at a time, that's all I can do.
Nope, it's got to be it all at once.
Hollywood, guys.
This is a lot of fucking Coke. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. He
it's $500,000 worth of Coke that he wants to unload for $200,000. Seems a little bit more than $500,000.
Yeah, it's quite a few bags.
Like millions of dollars of cocaine. 2, 3 maybe. Because it's uncut.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they know that, though. They don't know that
they
it's
have no
the
idea.
purest shit in the world.
And Michael Rappaport does a little bit of it. He goes, yeah, this is the real deal.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, all right, I tell you what. I know Balky Bartakamus, and he might be able to help me get in front of the guy from the Hunters? Jewish?
Hunters?
Nazi
I think it's just called Hunters.
Yeah. He goes, all right, let me call Balky. Balky answers the phone.
Balky's really good in this, too.
He's so good.
Yeah.
They're just in an acting class together, but he's like the assistant to Sal Rubinek.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you know what? This might be I don't know a lot about Bronson Pinchot, other than Balky, other than Beverly Hills Cop.
Langoliers?
And Langoliers. What he's doing in here is incredible.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. I love this character, man.
He's really good.
He is very good. He's trapped at a certain point, but it seems like he's always sort of just at the mercy of another person, and it's fantastic. So he basically goes, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll set up this meet. Saul's on the phone, and they go on a roller coaster, and Balky pukes on himself.
Yeah, he's really upset about those heights. I felt the same way. The roller coaster sequence does a really good job of what it's like on a roller coaster.
Yes, and apparently Michael Rappaport has a severe case of motion sickness.
Oh, he's not doing so good.
No, so the first day, they filmed this over 2 days. The first day, he was in rough shape. The second day, they just doped him up. And you can tell... Maybe drazapine?
Not heroin?
Laced. So you could, the scene is going on, you can see he's super doped up, or he's like losing his shit, I guess. But Balky is certainly losing his shit. So Christian Slater jumps on the phone with Sal Rubinek, and he's just bebopping and scatting with like film talk.
But he goes right to it because Saul Rubinek's like, oh my God, we can't be talking about this on the phone. Well, we're talking about movies.
Now, first of all, Lee, I want to tell you I'm a really big fan of yours. That's why I want to open Dr. Zhivago.
Sal's just like, oh, I like this.
He's into it.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, okay, we'll do the deal.
I almost feel like it had to be. I feel like $500,000 worth of cocaine being sold for $200,000 is not as attractive as like I have $1 million worth of cocaine for $200K.
Yeah.
Half price cocaine doesn't seem like a great deal. Not for people who are already rich, and it's not a problem to buy it.
No, and I mean, yeah, if he's able to buy $500K, I mean, it sounds like he buys in bulk anyways. And it's definitely a lot more than $500K. But so Balky goes, I'm going to need a sample bag.
Yeah, nobody requested a sample bag. That's for him.
And they give him a fucking ton of it.
Yeah, like they just gave him one of the bags?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 80 grams or something. It's huge.
Yeah, it's too much.
So he's getting a blowy while he's driving his Porsche.
This is stupid.
And the cops pull him over.
Isn't that probably Rubinek's Porsche? I don't think Balky would have
I
one.
would assume so, yeah. He goes, hey, hooker, take this Coke. She goes, no.
I love how she's just like, I mean, absolutely not.
Yeah, and she hits
You're not driving. You didn't do anything.
And it flies all over him.
Yeah.
The cop comes up and he's just like...
And she's laughing hysterically at him.
I'm just kidding. What is this catchphrase? It's so ridiculous.
Cousin Larry. I haven't seen Perfect Strangers.
So they bust his ass. Chris Penn,
Tom Sizemore,
and Tom Sizemore are just
R.I.P.
Hey man, where'd you get this Coke? We're gonna fuck you in your ass when you go to jail, and Negroes and all this stuff, right? So he rolls over and they're just ecstatic. Hey chief, and it's the chief guy, bald chief guy who's like the bald chief guy in a lot of stuff. We got this guy and we're gonna kill this deal, and we just want to be a part of it. And he goes, yeah, all right, word him up,
informer.
So now Balky's going to be a informant.
Yep. Informer.
Lick your boom boom down.
Yeah.
And he's got the big brick of tape recorder in his crotch. And
they'll never touch your balls.
He's wired.
Men don't touch other men's balls unless they do.
Yeah, right. Now, they go to do the deal in a hotel. Saul Rubinek's got like armed guards, but he's totally chill.
It's funny how balls will like move, like they get scared and start moving. Like if somebody starts tickling you right there, your balls are like, cling.
I'm out of here.
So it's the guy. It's not Brian Bosworth. It's that guy from the Growing Pains episode.
Yeah, and just from all sorts of shit.
And then another guy I've never seen before, but they're both like weird hard asses.
Yes. They do not stand down to the armed police.
That's insane.
It's absolutely insane.
You drop your weapons. Are you serious?
Like,
how are you going to get away with this?
What is your plan here? Yeah.
These are the police.
We'll kill you. Okay. And then what?
You know we could kill all of you right now. Yeah.
It's not.
So you're just going to like kill yourself afterwards? Because there's no escape.
You're now on the run after you've killed 3 police officers.
Are you Ray Liotta? Because there's no escape.
And everybody else in the room is going to have to die too. So they get up to the hotel and Christian Slater starts busting on Balky in the elevator.
Get on your fucking knees! What the fuck? Get the fuck out the both of you! I know what the fuck I'm doing. You think I'm pretty fucking stupid, don't you?
Yeah, it's scary. It's a good move, though.
You think I'm a pussy?
I like
you setting me the fuck up? And they're like, don't cave, Balky. He's just jiving with you. And
but he can't hear him. He doesn't have an earpiece.
No. And he says, I just want somebody to come and take me away.
If somebody could just take me away, please. That would be so great.
I'll be on a wave.
I can't face it. I'm sorry, but this is good. And I know somebody was just going to
to my rescue. Everything would be all right.
And they're just like, shit. And then Christian Slater goes, oh, I'm sorry, man. He hugs him. I'm sorry, man. I didn't fucking mean to scare you, but I had to.
They smell the turd he pushes out.
That too,
They know they went too far.
Just all over the wall.
Oh my God, somebody BM'd in here.
Who did a Jackson Pollock on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
And the cops are just like, I love this Clarence guy. He's ape shit. So they get into the hotel room and it's pretty chill, you know? Oh, wait, no, right before this, James Gandolfini beats the shit out of Alabama.
Man, we skipped over all that. There's the first time when
Brad
James
Pitt.
Gandolfini shows up and Dick and they all left and went off to the motor lodge or whatever. And Gandolfini shows up and Floyd's getting high on the couch. He's like, hey. Oh, hey, man. He just comes into the house. He's like.
He's at the screen door.
Are you Dick?
No, he's not here right now. You live here? Yes, I do. Is sort of roommates? Exactly, roommates.
And before they leave to go do the deal, Brad Pitt goes, hey, can you get some cleaning supplies?
Right, he wants some duster to get high on.
I think he just wants to clean.
No, that's definitely
because the house is a pig pen.
Dude, really? Do you really think that? It's never been more clear to me watching this that he wanted to get high on like.
I mean, he's got dope. He's got pot.
Yeah, but I think he wants more stuff to get. He wants to huff some shit.
I thought it was just a weird line that he threw out because why would this stone guy be asking for cleaning supplies to clean the house? He's too stoned.
Go ahead and give us a call at 763-634-1897. Does Brad Pitt want to clean, or is he trying to get a little extra fucked?
And so he basically tells James Gandy where to find Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And Gando shows up, and she's, BSing him, and he's entertaining it. But then he starts to beat the shit out of her.
Yeah. This is when Jenny stopped watching the movie. I was able to get her to watch the movie with me, and she was not enjoying it. She did not like this movie. And then I was like, I think she gets beat up pretty good now.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, well, I'm just going to watch a TV show on my computer.
They filmed this over 5 days.
The beating?
The beating.
That seems like too long.
And they had to cut a significant amount of it.
Yeah, I mean, they spent
due to
5
the
days.
MPAA's objections.
Yeah.
Specifically because they did not like the fact that Alabama fought back.
What?
They said it was too animalistic.
I mean, I will say
the fact that Gandolfini's busting her open. They did mind the fact that a woman is defending herself.
I found this depressing, but the only part I didn't really like about it was that like slow motion animal shot of her at the end where she's like killing him. I'm like,
blowing him away.
This is stupid. Like, what? Why do you got a slow motion and really watch her Hulk out? This isn't cool.
Yeah, it's silly because I mean she's tough as nails.
Yeah, I mean it's little pieces like this throughout the movie that I'm just like, this isn't very good.
And then Gandolfini, he goes, "Oh fuck me! Is it under the bed?"
I can't believe it. You put it under the fucking bed, and I didn't look under the fucking bed.
That's pretty good.
God damn it! I didn't check it out again. No, old Gandy. She gets her hands on the
corkscrew.
Yeah, the corkscrew, and she's presenting it to him like she's gonna be dangerous.
He's like, I'll give you one shot because I like it.
Yeah, do it to me, baby. And she stabs him in the foot.
Oh.
Hi.
It's pretty good.
And then he beats on her some more.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets her hands on his
shot.
Oh, they're in the bathroom and she brains him with the lid on the toilet.
Oh, sure.
And then she gets that shoddy and blasts his brains out.
Oh.
And then beats him with it.
I'm glad she kills him. It's great. He's good in this.
Good
For some
Lord.
reason, I thought he didn't speak English in this movie. I think
That's
Paul
the Mexican.
Ben Victor. That's
Oh.
the other guy's name. The guy that we couldn't remember his name is
Oh.
Paul Ben Victor. I got him and Gandolfini mixed up and thought he didn't speak English.
Now let me put this to you.
Yeah? You know Paul Ben Victor?
No.
Okay.
Every time we see them pulling up to, leaving, commingling amongst the masses in this hotel, it's incredibly hip. It's like the 60s. There's mods all over the pool, and people are all about. James Gandolfini's beating the shit out of this woman, and nobody calls the police.
Well, I mean, they do when the gun gets shot.
With a gun gets shot.
Maybe. I don't really remember the other people there.
I don't think they do, because Christian Slater comes in. Oh, they do. They show up when they hobble out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm mixing that up with later, though. So they're at the hotel. They're doing the deal. All of a sudden, the police burst in. Everybody on the fucking ground! Arrgh! It's just 3 cops. And Saul Rubinek's like, what the fuck? And his guards are like, nah, dick suckers, we're going to waste you.
Fuck you, this is your last chance. We can kill all of you and you fucking know it. Now get down on the fucking floor.
These are cops.
Hey, Lee, something I never told you about me. I hate fucking cops.
Little thing you didn't know about us, we hate cops.
We are psychotic.
Yep.
And Saul Rubinek's like, guys, put the fucking guns down.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like security. They really don't
You're
seem
not in trouble here.
Yeah, they're not like the drug dealers.
No.
They're just security.
Yes. I'm going to jail. Everybody else is going to jail. You're just hired goons. Put your guns down. We have a license, maybe. Unless they're Israeli expatriates that are now serving as mercenaries.
No.
And then the Italians bust in.
But the Italians, Gandolfini is gone. He's dead. But the Italians show back up at Floyd's, and he's getting high again.
He's hitting his honey bear bong.
And they all roll in, and it's still smoking. And they all roll in with their guns.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, are you Dick Ritchie? He's like, no, man.
No, man.
Floyd? And they're like, do you know where he is? He's like, I do.
He goes, nah, man. Oh, wait.
They're at the Bellagio
The
or whatever
Bellagio.
it is. Yeah.
And they go, okay, where is that? You go down and take a right. And, no. And they're just like, and he goes, hey, you want to hit this? And he goes, no.
I really like that they don't kill him. I like that they're just like, all right, man. He's helpful.
This kind of feels like Ghost Dog a little bit. There's like a scene in Ghost Dog when all the gangsters are like talking bullshit, and it's really dry humor. Feels good, right? Like this divergence of.
Do you like Ghost Dog a lot?
I really liked it back in the day.
Is this why you like Forrest Whitaker?
Actually, it is.
Okay, because you picked him. He's in the hat.
Yeah, he is.
So we're at the hotel. They storm in. So
And
we got
now
the Italians, we got the security forces, we got the police.
Yeah, and fucking idiot Balky. He goes, Officer Chris Penn.
Yeah, Belky, what?
I've fulfilled my duties. I can leave now, though, right?
Wait a minute, Belky?
Yeah.
How do you fucking know Chris Penn? I'm Saul Rubinek. How do you know him?
You fucking shut me up.
You motherfucker.
Why would you do that?
Rat yourself out or what?
Well, you think you could just say, hey, I'm good, right? And just walk out?
I don't think you have to ask. I think you could probably creep out. I don't
think anybody's going anywhere because everybody's got guns.
I don't think anybody's going anywhere, but I also think that Balky of all people could probably snake crawl out of there and nobody would shoot him.
I would have just slinked to the floor.
Yeah.
At least you're, out of the way of bullets.
Maybe start jacking off and then people are like, Get the fuck out of here.
What's this guy doing?
The guns make me so horny.
No, you need to leave.
His cousin Larry.
Yeah. Christian Slater's in the bathroom.
Talking
he doesn't
to
hear
Elvis.
any of this.
He's talking to Elvis.
He doesn't hear any of this.
Kill them all, Clarence. Kill the police.
You sons of bitches. And
fuck the police.
So the shooting starts. Cow. Everybody's just blasting each other.
It's pretty amazing. I didn't realize Balky and Rubinek died. They died pretty viciously.
Rubinek, he gets blasted on.
Balky gets ripped to shreds.
He gets paper laced.
Who's that other guy? Who's Sizemore's buddy other than Chris Penn? There's guy.
There's just another cop.
I feel like I've seen that guy from stuff, but I don't know who he is.
Michael Beach.
You don't just have a list of black people in your head where you can tell me exactly what they're from?
I do, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I really want to flounder on this one. And feathers are flying everywhere. Bodies are rat-a-tat-tatting and blood's everywhere. And Christian Slater comes out the bathroom like, huh? And he gets shot.
Instantly?
Pretty much.
In the eye, but
it grazes his eyeball.
Okay. What?
It's a magic bullet.
Oh, it's one of those magic bullets.
Yeah.
Because I thought originally we were supposed to believe that he got shot in the head. That's
Me too.
always what I thought. And he
Me too.
he lived.
Somehow
but if he got grazed, what's his problem? Why is he such a bitch?
He's looking to the right. The bullet goes into his eyeball and blasts out of the orbital socket.
But in Tarantino's, it just blows his fucking brains out and he's dead, or what?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
So Bama goes up to him. Oh, no, baby, you can't be dead. And Michael Rappaport scurries off.
I like that he runs. I'm glad he lives.
I am so glad he lives.
He didn't deserve to die.
And you know what? He's probably going to go on to a really healthy film career.
I think he probably actually got a lot of what he will find he needs later.
This is
from
going
this awful
to
situation.
Yes. And all of the cops are dead. Eventually, Chris Penn is not dead, and he's telling Bama to get on the ground, and she kills him.
Well, but at first he executes that blonde ponytail guy from Growing Pains. He's like, I need
Medic.
an ambulance. The guy who said he hates cops, he's going to kill the cops.
Yep.
I need an ambulance.
Medic.
And Chris Penn just goes over and shoots
This
him.
is for Dagnetti, cacao. And
Does Alabama kill that cop? I thought somebody else.
Yeah, blasts him into his armpit area and just laces his body with 3 fucking bullets.
That's her that does that?
She blows him away. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
It's weird that she kills a cop. Why don't
It's
I remember
very
it that
weird.
way? Okay.
I didn't like it.
I mean, this movie's a little weird because they all keep making evil choices.
Yeah, except the cops are just doing what the cops do.
Well, I mean, by all of them, I mean basically Christian Slater keeps making evil choices where it's like, oh, things could be fine. Nah, man, I got this weird sense of duty.
Right before he runs away, Michael Rappaport screams and throws the bag of cocaine into the air, and it gets shot up. Right before Christian Slater, he comes back to life. He's alive and well. Can't see. And Bama gets him out of there with the bag of money. And they just get, hot-tail it out of there.
Hightail.
I'm really pumped they got that money.
As the police show up, yeah. And they end up on a beach. They have a child.
That child's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So they've been living it up for years.
Yeah, and Christian Slater has an eye patch. And Bammer goes, boy, I really like that. The end.
I texted you. You texted me. I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times now.
Same
since it came out on video. I always think I'm going to really like it. I think the first time I saw it, it was because I like Christian Slater. And I thought it'd be cool. And the second time I saw it, I believe it's because I was like, oh, Quentin Tarantino wrote this. It's going to be awesome.
This me too.
Every time I watch it, I'm like, I don't really like this movie. It's got a lot of really memorable scenes. I think almost all of the acting is really fucking good.
Yes.
But there's just something about it I don't like. You said it doesn't gel. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Everybody's great in here.
Yeah.
And manages to have a moment. It's not a long or boring movie.
No.
Everything fits and works and makes some sense. And yeah, I don't know. Something about it, man. And I think it really... Tony Scott does a good job capturing what will become the Tarantino vibe.
But he's not the man for the job.
No.
It could have been much, much, much worse. I think it's really obvious when they're playing that fucking song during dialogue moments where you're like, oh, yeah, I think maybe he isn't the guy. Or when Alabama's in slow motion freakouts killing Gandolfini. Like, there's like just little moments where you're like, it's not so good.
It feels like there's 2 or 3 80-yard lines that are meant to soften the blow here and there. But yeah, when Bama blows that cop away, I mean, he's just a cop.
Yeah.
And in fact, he did something some people might argue is heroic, avenging the death of his brothers. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Still don't like it. I imagine I will never see this movie again.
I don't need to.
God, I really am. I like her voiceover in the beginning too. Like that really set me up to be excited for this movie again. Where I was like, oh shit, it is about romance. And then the beginning is really just setting up the love before they get into the gangster stuff.
I really liked everything that was happening, except for his reasoning to go visit Drexel. But the Drexel scene,
it's so good.
It's so very good. And he even says, like, dude, I don't care about her.
Yeah.
What are you here for?
Why do you gotta fucking swing your dick around
But now that you're here swinging your dick,
I gotta put you in your place.
I gotta fuck you up.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah.
And then from there on out, man,
Walken dips out hard too. Like I thought Walken would be back.
The whole squad. It's some heavy hitters in that room, and yeah, they're just like, all right, James Gandolfini, you go, I guess.
The others show up again, but not Walken.
No, yeah, right. Corrigan pops up. That's very nice. So much of this movie, I like the Detroit setting and vibe, and Callie didn't like his leopard print vehicular interior. She goes, "Did they steal the pimp's car?"
Nah, it's Elvis.
It's his car.
Elvis motif, trashy. Yeah, I love Rappaport. I feel like I just saw Rappaport in a lot of things around this time, like within this 4-year period, where I was just like, I love this guy forever.
Yeah,
really like that Michael Rappaport.
I don't know if I really liked everything Brad Pitt was doing in here.
How about after the guy leaves, after he's like, you want to watch some TV? And he's like, no. And he leaves like, Fuck you.
Yeah, I'll fucking kill you, he says.
Yeah, but
tough guy.
Most of the Floyd performance is like pretty next level great. Just like being high on that couch is great. Also, where is Dick Ritchie when you first meet him? Is he passed out on the toilet or in the couch?
On the couch. He's sleeping, reading a script.
Okay,
He's
so
auditioning for T.J. Hooker.
They don't have like one room they both live in, right? This is just the living room where they're both passed out.
I think Floyd
they got
sleeps
no
on
AC.
the couch.
Yeah.
And
Floyd
he
never
has a
leaves the
room.
couch.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it's so weird to just... I love so much about this movie, but I don't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange.
Mm-hmm. And it feels like a cult movie, but it also feels like one that nobody really cares about. Nobody
it's
really
so
cares
fucked
about
up
it.
that this is like Christian Slater's like possibly his best performance ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bummer.
Definitely Val Kilmer's best performance ever.
Oh, yeah? What about Top Gun, where he's got the machine talking for him?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it on no Top Gun. What do you give this thing?
The movie, man, I think I'll give it a 5.5.
Yeah.
It's like there's some strong elements, and it's well made, but
that weird feeling that we have that it's not right and not good, we need to respect that.
Yeah.
I want to give it a 6, but you say 5.5, and I say, you know what, that's right, because it just keeps... I've seen this movie a bunch of fucking times, and I still don't really like it, but then there's so much to like about it. It's a real strange experience.
Yeah.
5.5, 5.5.
Yep.
What do you give old BP?
BP, I feel like you're going to give him a 7.
I'm going to give him an 8.
Oh, man, I'm going to give him a 6.5.
Okay. I feel like the majority of the Floyd performance is really inspired. It's really good. When I was digging up Floyd stuff for an earlier episode, I thought it was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was laughing so hard at fucking high-ass Brad being honest with the gangsters and then offering them some marijuana, or being like, you want to watch some TV?
So what's the deal here?
Yeah?
Like, I mean, he's not an established performer yet, but this feels like a favor role.
I think he might just be character acting. Man. I mean, it's a good mixture of people. You'd want to be involved with this project.
Now he is in it more than I remembered. I remembered just like one
scene?
sequence. Yeah. But he gets at least 3 or 4. So it makes sense in hindsight, I guess. It's just a role.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It feels like...
I mean, Tony Scott's cool.
He's a part of something. Yeah, that maybe he was auditioning for something else and he was like, oh, I'll do Floyd. Yeah. Or he's like, I don't have the time actually now to do this.
I think he's smart and I think he's cool. And I think he has some weird instincts. Because, I mean, this is a dumb thing to point out. He cut his hair for 7. He had a very specific, like, Pitt haircut going for a while, and then he had, like, super long hair for a couple movies. And he's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm an actor, and chopped it down for 7, and I feel like gave one of the best performances of his career.
Because of the hair.
I mean, the hair is, like, a big point where he's like, I'm not going to lock into the hair so that I'm handsome. I'm just going to do whatever I feel like is appropriate for the character. I like to do characters, and that's my point for this. Well, I think he wanted to do Floyd.
He broke his arm in 7.
I didn't know that.
When he falls from a fire escape onto a car.
Man, I'm so excited to watch that.
Breaks his fucking arm.
Yeah.
So they write it in because he has a cast. But even other than that, throughout portions of the movie, his arm is obfuscated.
I haven't seen 7 in probably 20 years. I'm really excited to watch it.
I haven't seen it since I saw it.
It next-leveled movies for me. This is my realization recently. I don't know if I brought this up to you before, but like I always like movies a lot. Something really weird happened to me when I saw 7, where I was like, I fucking love movies. This is the best movie I've ever seen. And I feel like I've been chasing the 7 high ever since I saw it.
I'm looking forward to it because I don't remember quite a bit of it, and I may not even have watched all of it.
Oh, really?
But it's one of those movies where you just can't escape it.
Wow.
It's legacy.
Jenny, I asked her, like, point blank, I was like, you're going to fucking watch this movie with me, right? And she's like, yeah. Now, she's only seen the end. She doesn't know how much she's seen.
I really like Zodiac.
Zodiac's good.
So I'm looking forward to the eventual time when we watch 7.
Yeah.
Which
it's not far in the future. Well, it's not far at all for the people listening, but it's a few weeks for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so we rated them, and everybody's happy with that. And
how do you guys feel about True Romance? I mean, are you with us? Do you think it's an unheralded gem? Like, what do you think about this thing?
Yeah.
I think we pegged it perfectly, but, that's because those are our opinions. Those are just like your opinions, man.
Yeah, man. Dave's not here.
No. Rate, review, subscribe. Please leave a review somewhere. Let us know. You can pick a movie. We'll watch it.
I think it's really important if you do it on iTunes.
iTunes is it even called iTunes anymore?
It's iPods.
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Please check us out on Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube. We doing filmographies, slapping@gmail.com onto that. You can email us. Give us a call at
763-634-1897.
That's right. Or you can send us a text.
Yeah.
We get those too.
Yep.
Twitter, X, do filmographies.
You could burn a cross in our front yard. We get those too.
I don't know if I want them to burn it more in yours or mine. My yard, they might be like, yeah, he's on board. Your yard, it's like, oh, that's fucked up. They did that to him.
I also have 2 trees in my front yard that will probably catch on fire.
I don't think I have anything to burn out there.
That wouldn't be good. You cut your tree down. You're smart.
Tony cut it down. Go ahead and head over to the nowplayingnetwork.net. Find some other cool podcasts. Directors Club, Tracks of the Dam,
Christmas and
Actually.
Mars.
Christmas Actually.
Yeah.
They do Christmas movies.
Yeah.
They did Noel recently. And then we'll see you tomorrow with The Favor.
The Favor.
The Favor.
La Favor.
I have to pee so bad, and it's so late.
You don't have your bag hooked up?
One more to go. I don't have my bag set up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah. And we still got one more.
God damn, 81 minutes.